welcome aboard, YouTube fans. It is Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023. Time is about 11:45, and we are launched on the Oakland Estuary. Having put in at the Grand Street ramp. Oh, there's a lovely old boat. Looks like a tug. That's beautiful. Anyway, we've rode westerly up the or down the estuary. Oh, there's a seal. Hello. Rode westerly on the estuary, and we are right up opposite the first batch of container cranes on the Oakland side of the estuary, and we're approaching the what I believe is where the San Francisco Ferry comes ashore on Alameda Island, and right ahead of us appears to be one of their ferry boats, catamaran ferries, in a dry dock. So this looks like a shipyard here. Small Coast Guard cutter. A couple of tugboats. Looks like a deep sea fishing boat. And some Army landing craft. Coming up to the corner here where we can see around the corner of this dry dock, and all that racket coming from over on the Oakland side is a facility where looks like they're breaking down metal, scrap metal, to load in one of these ships around here. I think just beyond this dry dock is a ferry terminal, the Alameda Island ferry terminal. I wish it wasn't making so much racket. It's got me on edge here. Ahead of us, you can see the buildings of San Francisco. Looks like a bulk carrier here. Over on the Oakland side, the African Roadrunner. I think what we're going to do is poke our nose around the corner up here. Ah, yes, I can see what looks like a ferry boat that's coming out of the ferry dock. Turning hard to starboard.
Bay Ship Yacht Company.
Oh, there's an entry. Yes, here is the ferry dock. Now we have to get a close look behind us, or ahead of us, make sure that we're not going to get into any kind of trouble with any ferry boat. Now you can see ahead of us over just off the Oakland side of the estuary, the west towers of the San Francisco Bay Bridge, Oakland Bay Bridge. Coast Guard. Hope they noticed me. Well, let me zoom out on the GPS just a little bit so I can get an idea of where I am. Looks like it's another mile to a mile and maybe a mile and a quarter. Out to the end of the estuary, and this is a bit of exposure, being out here on my own in this little 100-pound boat. Although the only boat that I really had to watch for and be careful of was that ferry boat that was pulling away from the terminal there. I'm not sure whether I want to go that last mile or not. And what we'll do is take it one stroke at a time, and at any moment be ready to turn around or go to plan B, whatever plan B happens to be. Looks like the ferry boat, if I'm not mistaken, went on up the estuary and turned over to the Oakland side, just in front of that dark hulled ship right there. I can just see him. He's kind of tucked in behind it, behind that ship. I didn't really notice a ferry landing over there, but then I wasn't paying attention to it either. Back when I used to ride a bicycle a lot, we'd come over here and park in the Bay Ferry's parking lot, kind of way over in the corner, and then we'd ride on a bike trail out around the bay side of Alameda and across the end over into the area just north of the Oakland Airport, and come back in a loop coming up the estuary side of the Alameda Island, and that was about 23 miles loop trip. I'm going to be prudent here and stay 100 feet or so off the shore. There might very well be some old concrete structures that are just below the water level. This must be the Matson Line terminal over there on the Oakland side. I can see all those containers that say Matson on them. In the Lake Merritt Sailing Club, there were several El Toros that had a sticker on the side that said Matson. And I asked them about that. And they said years back, excuse me a second, the class championships were in Hawaii, and Matson, as I remember the story, Matson agreed to ship all of the El Toros, put them in containers, and ship them to Hawaii for free, over and back, if all of the boats that they shipped were willing to put the Matson sticker on the sides of their hull. And some of the guys in the club who had their boats shipped to Hawaii for that regatta still had Matson on their El Toros, which I thought was pretty cool. Oh, I see the first of the navigation buoys up this way behind me. Red buoy indicating the return side of the channel, red right returning. In Europe, maybe the whole rest of the world, I don't know, but I know for sure in Europe they have gone to switching the red and green buoys from one side of the channel to the other, and in Europe it's green on your right when you're returning. So when you're returning, the colors on the markers are the same as the colors for port and starboard, red and green. I think what we're going to do is go up here and make a turn around this red buoy and start back. We've come about 3.5 miles, so that'll cut about 2 miles off of the row. The whole row out to the mouth of the estuary was, in the round trip, was 9 miles and some change. But well, I don't know. If I was in a company, I wouldn't be so concerned about it, but the only thing I can do now is, if I get in trouble, is to try and get over to the rocks over here and get the buoy, or the boat rather, under control so it's not going to get bashed to pieces on the rocks. 2,500, looks like about another 1.25 miles to the entrance on the GPS, looking at the scale bar and estimating. Yeah, I'm gonna turn around. It's been lovely. And maybe someday I'll make it all the way out there. But right now, I'm going to turn around and head back. I can actually see the mouth from here. You can see there's a container ship up close off the port quarter over there, and then there's another one that's beyond it. And the last crane on the far side of that farthest ship is right at the mouth of the estuary. You can see that little headland poking out there. There's a very lovely park there.